My name is Alma. My tribe is Oglala Lakota. Every summer, the week after we get out of school, we go to the Delta Park Powwow, which is an intertribal celebration of Native American culture. We see lots of friends, eat fry bread, and have fun while exploring all of the different artists there. We sing, dance, honor the dead and the living. I love going to the powwow because I get to see friends and family who I don't see often. These celebrations are very important for my community, especially for young people like me, because we are the next generation, carrying on our elders' legacy. But there's a threat to our generation, as has been for the generations of Indigenous women before us. Did you know that Indigenous women are 10 times more likely to be murdered on some reservations? We face the highest rates of violence per capita out of any other race, and crimes against us are grossly underreported and underprosecuted. I want to share the story of my people, and I was lucky enough to sit down with one woman who shared her story with me.
My name is Lissa Loring. I'm from the Blackfeet tribe in Montana. My loved one is missing. She's one of the missing and murdered Indigenous women. Ashley is a beautiful, bright girl. She went missing June 8th of 2017. The reason why we put June 8th is because it was her very last Facebook message. She was trying to get a ride home. Her sister, Kimberly, started calling. My grandmother filed the missing persons, and then we just started from there searching. We didn't have any help from the law enforcement. I think they did do maybe 6 searches, they said in the beginning. And then after that, it was just family.
The first time I asked about the problem of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, I was in the 5th grade at Indian Ed. A family friend, Valerie Nelson, had a sticker that said MMIWG. I asked, "What does that sticker mean?" That's when I learned that Indigenous girls, like me, are more likely to go missing and be murdered.
When Ashley was in high school, she actually wrote about missing and murdered and how she wanted to help. As she got into college, she did the same thing. And, Ashley going missing, it has really opened my eyes to a lot of things. Because sadly to say, I really didn't hear much about missing and murdered until it was put in front of us. I want to continue looking for her, and I also want to continue helping other families from my experience.
Violence against women is a persistent problem, and for Indigenous women, this violence is more prevalent. Murder is our 3rd leading cause of death. 1 in 3 of us will be raped in our lifetime. These cases are reported to the police, but most of the time, it seems like the police don't do much or even look for suspects. Let this sink in. In 2016, 5,712 cases of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls were reported. Only 116 of them were logged into the Department of Justice database.
With Native American girls going missing at an alarming rate in the US and Canada, the problem with it is we don't get the same attention or the same help as people that aren't Indigenous. We have to, basically it's families doing it on their own, or we have to beg for that help. When we first looked into NamUs for Ashley, there was nothing. When Ashley went missing, she wasn't put into the database, into the NamUs database, until no, sometime in November of 2018 was when she was finally entered in there. And she was already missing for over a year. We all started talking about how data works and how we can collect it. And we started asking families, if you have a missing and murdered loved one on the reservation, please let us know and we can, work on some stuff. So within 2 weeks, we had 32 names of missing and murdered with little or no justice just on the Blackfeet Reservation. When we weren't out there physically searching for Ashley, I had to be doing something in the rest of the time because it just became our life. It became our everyday thing. And so I started doing posters, one by one, just kind of slowly doing it. When Ashley's project started, it was posters of people's loved ones. It just we got the idea from somebody who was searching with us. And I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn how to help in a whole different way because for my heart, searching wasn't enough. Before we're born, I believe Creator writes our stories. Our stories are written for us. And what helps me is maybe this was Ashley's story. Because a lot of people that we've helped with, with doing the posters for, they have mentioned that if it wasn't for Ashley, that they don't think they would have gotten the help they have. And so that's kind of where Ashley's project come from. This was her high school project she did on missing and murder. This was her college project she did. And now we're just trying to continue it and to help other missing and murdered.
Seeing the statistics makes me feel disappointed because we are in such a progressive time. And yet I don't feel the importance of the first and original people on this land is prioritized. I am proud to be an Indigenous woman because we are strong, and we have a long connection and history with this land. I want to share the story of my people. Indigenous women are important, and we matter. We can no longer be an invisible and disposable target. How does this make you feel?